Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. In this game, we'll see the Chicago Bulls against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Philadelphia, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. Marching toward the end of the year. Shaq, for the teams that are a postseason lock,
what's that marching?
What do they want to achieve at this point? We're marching to the end of the year.
You're always refining your execution, and you finalize your rotation.
Ooh.
Kenny.
Russ. Any chemistry. Any chemistry. Any chemistry. Any chemistry. Issues. This is your last chance to fix them. Last chance to fix them. And the playoff seedings matter. You gotta make sure that the playoffs matter.
Your left, your left, your left, right, left, your left, your left, your left, right, left,
to the rear. Huh!
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. We're in the place they call the United Center in Chicago, the home of the Bulls, where today we'll be broadcasting live. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and on the sideline, David Aldridge. The Bulls happy to return to Chicago after the road trip. And at 19 games out of the top seed, they may not be world beaters, but a team that you can't sleep on.
And looking at Chicago, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Yeah, here they are. And at this point, you've got to think they're set up to make a serious run in the postseason.
And nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, guys, Ben Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football. Maybe one reason he's so comfortable attacking defenses and creating. He said, you have to read the defenders, draw them, then get rid of it. Otherwise, you're going to get tackled. Well, that's a foul in the NBA, but I understand his sentiment, guys.
And David, he is not shy about contact at all. Thanks. And Steve, for teams getting ready for the playoffs, what are they telling their younger guys on those teams to get them mentally prepared?
I think play within yourself. Don't try to do too much. And I think the one thing is the managing of your body and understanding when you're in the playoffs, you're seeing the exact team over and over and over. And it comes down to execution. Even though they know your plays and know your tendencies, it's the team that do it harder, do it more efficient, gives themselves a better chance to win games.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. A look at the 76ers starting group. Saric is the 4 with Embiid in the middle. Robert Covington out there with Wall, and it's Simmons in at the small forward.
And if he can hit that shot, it spreads the defense out and really changes the complexion of the game.
Opens up opportunities for everyone, makes the offense its most dynamic.
Wall with a block. To the inside. And it's Simmons, that time on the assist from Covington. Simmons got his first basket of the night.
The incredible focus of Simmons. Nothing gets to this guy, even when he's getting bodied by the defense.
Here's Carter and Embiid with the block. And they'll keep possession. Back to Markkanen. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Saric. And here we go. Saric, the fast break chance. Carter with the block. And stolen by Simmons. And it goes down 2 points.
And Simmons is totally comfortable near the rim, using his body well to get the shot he wants.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Carter with the 3. And again, Chicago, no good. last outing for the Bulls, it was a loss to the Pacers in Indiana. Markkanen against Saric. Here's Embiid. Markkanen pulls it in. For Chicago, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Butler dishes to Dunn. Looks for Holiday. Gets it to him. Yep, that one goes in there.
And you know, it took them a while to get going, but they finally connected now on their 4th shot of the game.
Here's Wall. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Covington against Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. Taken away by Holiday. Ball against Dunn. Markkanen, and Markkanen throws it down.
What I like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Dunn. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first.
Oh, the big man rocking the rim. Good aggressive finish right there.
And usually he leaves those to his teammates.
Well, he saw an opportunity to slam it down, and he seized it.
Here's Wall. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Chicago. They trail by 1. Ball's knocked loose. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Wall. Dunn knocks it loose. Butler feeling out of it. Over Simmons, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Boy, he reads the defense well. Makes a nice adjustment. Very dependable.
And the 76ers decide to take their first time out here. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
I just thought the defense was porous. Got any shot they wanted, really, for most of the evening.
I'll give them credit. Even though they were facing very little resistance, they refused to play down to the level of their competition.
The numbers for Carter. Since the All-Star break, he's been putting in work. He's averaging 10 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
And the numbers, they back it up. Whether he can sustain this level of production, we don't know. But the arrow's pointing upward right now.
Now here's Simmons. He had a big outing in that Magic game as well. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Saric has the open look. Another miss by Philadelphia. And here are the Bulls now. They've got an 8-0 run. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That is his first foul of the game. Carter against Embiid. And it's Dunn penetrating. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Chris Dunn taken 5th overall back in 2016. Didn't break through in his rookie season with the Wolves. He's getting more opportunity here in Chicago.
And, Greg, you look at Dunn. It can take longer for point guards to develop in the NBA.
Yeah, a great point. It's the most cerebral position in our game. Learning how to run an NBA offense is a challenge. Good news, though, is he's putting in the work necessary to figure it out and progressing nicely.
Now here's Simmons. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. Lock it 2. Offline from the top of the key. To the inside. Here's Butler. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
They wreaked havoc on the defensive end and really held the pace of the game in their favor for the entire game.
Now here's Šarić following the miss by Chris Dunn. And Šarić kicks to Wall. Outside, Simmons. And the pass to Embiid. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
Yeah, I mean, it's an opportunity to kind of regroup and discuss ways to maximize these possessions.
The reason why is you like to get value every time down the floor. But that does take a lot of discipline.
A moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for Šarić.
And those are some numbers that he can't be happy about. His rebounding totals have taken a dip over the past few months. He's got to get back to giving the kind of effort on the boards we were seeing from him earlier.
Now, here's Dunn. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. And the jam by Valentine.
And, guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Simmons. 6 points for him. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. You look at Chicago. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And checking out Philadelphia, sitting directly below him, just 1 spot down.
Yeah, but checking out Chicago, they've moved toward the postseason with one of the best records in the league. Safe to say, this is not where most people thought they'd be at this stage of the year.
Yeah, here they are. And at this point, you've got to think they're set up to make a serious run in the postseason.
Portis can't get it to go.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Markkanen against Šarić. Right side, Simmons. High, arcing shot, and that's 2 points on the layup. Simmons got 8.
And Simmons is so deft with the floater, freezing the D completely.
Dunn passes to Portis. Back to Dunn. And Dunn with the slam.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
And the 76ers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Johnson's checked in for Philadelphia. T.J. McConnell comes in for Robert Covington. And stolen by Portis. Done with it. Outguarded by Simmons. Here's Hutchison. That shot missing. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Well, it feels quite a while ago that the Bulls put up 72 wins in a regular season.
Well, the Warriors beat that mark 2 decades later, and that was a few years ago. But give the Bulls credit. They've been trying to put together a contender. It's just kind of hard to find another Michael Jordan.
Dunn attacking. He feeds it to Markkanen. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 5th assist in this one. Wall looking it over. Outside, Simmons. He kicks it to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Changes up. Back to Simmons. Over Valentine. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
You know what? That's a problem anytime, but especially on the road where you need to be given an extra effort.
Here's Simmons. Chris Dunn making his last shot. Simmons finds McConnell. Pass to Johnson. They get a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here. The Bulls making a switch here. And here are the 76ers now. 6-point game.
Yeah, not a great shot there, especially when you got a lockdown defender guarding you.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation. Leave your ego at the door.
Now, here's Valentine. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. 4 on the clock. And Butler gets it to go.
And just building on to the lead, extending it, trying their best to put this one away.
You sense the game has a number of ways it can go. All you can do is your very best at that moment.
Yep, that one goes. 10 points for Ben Simmons.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Lawson outside. Unloads from 13. Again, Chicago.
Well, the offense is running well, but more importantly, they're taking the shots they know they can make.
Hard to maintain your discipline, but obviously this was the game plan coming in, and they're carrying it out.
Now here's Simmons. Left side, Wall. Valentine grabs the board. Chicago leading by 8. Butler at the elbow. Over to the left wing. Portis against Embiid. From deep. And it's Butler missing. The 76ers trail by 8. Wall, that's a 2-pointer. That's good for his 3rd bucket. Now 3 for 6 from the field. A minute 50 left to play here in the first. Lawson with it. He averages about 5 points a game. Here's Butler. That one wide left.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
Ball passes to Johnson, and that one drops for him. Now just a 4-point Bulls lead.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Portis kicks to Lawson. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. And stolen by Simmons. And he elevates with a slam dunk. Denzel Valentine did not like that.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
And that was an unleashed chaos replay, courtesy of Under Armour, wreaking havoc at the rim. Now here's Butler. 32 points for him last game against Indiana.
He was very active on defense, too, recording 3 steals for the game.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Here's Simmons over Butler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
What mastery from Simmons, fooling the entire defense in the paint there.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
And the Australian Simmons, a star in the making, folks. Thanks really in part to that tremendous skill set to go along with that gigantic frame.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Muscala, he's checked in for Embiid. Chandler comes in for Johnson. And Smith subbed in for John Wall. Both shots good from the stripe. 41 seconds left here in the first quarter. Lawson surveying the D. Butler goes in, and it's blocked by Simmons.
And don't forget about the long reach that Simmons possesses. He uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with blocks like that. Well, early on, neither team put much emphasis on the defensive side.
No doubt. The offensive game planning on both sides has been effective early on.
Now, here is Lawson. Passes it to Butler. 1 second left. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow!
And you can't end the period any better than that.
Yeah, I agree. Shot clock doing his thing. He times it out perfectly.
Jimmy Butler has been on display for the Chicago Bulls. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Jimmy Butler, a hard worker on the floor and off the court as well, possesses a unique individuality.
I worked extremely hard to get where I am today, so whenever you walk to my house, you see a really big, some may call it obnoxious, boombox aquarium, but I love music. I don't really watch too much TV. It's always music, so it's just another thing to remind me, continue to be who you are. It just has fish inside of it.
A boombox aquarium, huh? Points for originality, Greg.
Butler, not shy, breaking from convention, beats to the rhythm of his own drum.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, I mean, so many of their points coming in the paint. They're running the offense all the way through.
And you know their coach likes it. Working for high percentage looks and converting them.
Bobby Portis out there with Carter. Then there's Valentine. Then it's Lawson. And it's Hutchinson in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Chandler. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Johnson, a beautiful reverse layup. Johnson's got it all tied up now for the 76ers.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. Smitty, you had an unbelievable career. Was there any chance or opportunity that you did not take that you wish you had?
You know, Kevin, is three of them. One, I had a chance to be traded to the New York Knicks. I always wondered what it would be like to play in New York. They call that the Mecca. I didn't take that chance. I think second was to get a chance to play overseas at the end of my career. I think those are the two things that I wish I had a chance to go back. I would make a different choices.
Here's Chandler. The 18-footer is right on the mark. And the 76ers lead by 2.
The mid-range game is becoming more of a lost art, but not for this guy.
Lawson kicks to Carter. Johnson against Portis. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Already with a lot of muscle packed onto his frame, Bobby Portis able to finish through contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Yeah, he's averaging 80% from the line, and he has been as steady as they come at the strike.
Free throw good, Portis.
Speaking of Bobby Portis, he's going to fight, he's going to scrap, he's going to give you maximum effort every night.
And the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's his first foul. On defense, the Bulls. And here is Chandler. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Carter with the block. And he's able to get it back. Cross contact on the shot. And now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. It's going to send Wilson Chandler to the line. It's going to be on Wendell Carter. The 76ers shooting their third free throw shot of the game.
One shot.
Throw good, Wilson Chandler. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Lawson the pass to Valentine. Out to the right wing. And a wide open look for Portis. Knocks down the three ball. Portis has got 6 in the quarter.
And after he scoreless first quarter, he's finally finding the range here in the second.
McConnell with it. Now Lawson defending. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bulls have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Hutchison. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Lawson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. There's Portis. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Must put a body on Portis. He loves to crash the offensive glass.
The Bulls have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Free throw good, Portis. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Pass to Johnson. Back to McConnell. Chandler outside. Chicago grabs the miss.
His lack of consistency with the shot tonight has held him back.
Down low. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. Outside Lawson.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm though.
Now here is Smith. Defense right on him. Fades back. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he could make them pay.
Here's Portis. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Bobby Portis plays hard, gives 100%, puts himself in a position to succeed.
McConnell kicks to Muscala. Back to McConnell. Chandler outside. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket. The Bulls leading by 6.
Great college pedigree for Denzel Valentine. 4 years at Michigan State University, my alma mater. A hometown kid from Lansing. His father was a Spartan, and Denzel honored to wear his father's number, 45.
Timeout called the 76ers. And Valentine recognized as the National Player of the Year his senior season.
You know, a lot of times seniors would slip in the draft. Valentine, too highly decorated to ignore. A lottery pick in 2016. One of those players who makes others better.
The 76ers with a completely new group now.
A chance here to check out John Wall. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. 3rd in assists, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists right now. He does a great job of running the offense, spotting the open guy, and making the sound delivery. I know, Steve, when you were an amateur basketball player, some people had suggested they're not teaching enough skill. Now that same refrain is heard. But then you see young players like Jason Tatum, Dennis Smith Jr. What's your opinion now?
You know, I think people look at these players individually, and I think these young guys coming up in youth basketball, the individual player that plays better gets the 4-star, the 5-star. So a lot of these guys want to be that player. We don't put enough emphasis on team basketball. So whereas you're just as important as the best guy, and I think if we can change that narrative, you will see that. But skill-wise, I think we're okay for our skills with guys with the basketball. I think now we got to have guys understanding how to play without it in their hands.
Now, here's Dunn. He's got 7, and the rejection by Embiid. Oh, and here we go. Wall's got it. The fast break chance. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Wall has said he wants to be in the MVP conversation moving forward. A terrific floor general with unreal athleticism.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
That free throw, no good.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
And he's good on the second. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Leading by 5. Kicks it to Butler. Over Simmons. Butler, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Now here's Simmons. 14 points for him. That one is good from Joel Embiid.
And guys, really admire how Simmons finds the open man consistently. The vision, the unselfishness. That's what you want to see out of him.
Butler against Simmons. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Saric. The Bulls have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. First one falls for him.
From the 30th pick in the draft to perennial all-star, Jimmy Butler has come a long way in a short period of time.
And so he hits both.
This is where he feels 100% comfortable taking all the free points he can get.
Wall dishes to Simmons. And the pass to Covington from past the arc. It's rebounded by Portis.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Got a piece of it. Holiday against Covington. Got a piece of it. Simmons left side. And then Simmons slams it in.
And the variety that Simmons offers is huge. It's pretty much pick your poison with him.
Dunn kicks to Holiday. Pass to Butler. Over Saric. And again, Chicago. No good.
You can see the frustration. They hold the lead, but he wants to be able to contribute.
Simmons finds Wall. And stolen by Dunn. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Explosiveness by Butler. Leaping way off the ground for that dunk.
Dunn against Wall. Outside, Simmons. Passes it to Embiid. Shoots over Portis. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Embiid. Chicago has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Portis against Embiid. Outside Butler.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Michigan high school basketball, Steve, has produced a lot of great NBA talent. Yourself, Magic, Chris Webber, George Gervin, the Iceman, and some new great players now are in that category.
Yeah, the list goes on and on. When you start talking about the Derek Colemans and the Spencer Haywoods and Jalen Rose, so many different guys. Now you have guys, Josh Jackson, also Miles Bridges entering into this league right now. Michigan high school basketball has produced a lot of NBA talent.
And so Butler nails both of them.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Wall passes to Saric. Back to Wall. Knocks it loose. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn. Since the All-Star break, these guys have been on fire. Courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. These are your second half scoring leaders. 4th, Ben Simmons.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
Now here's Embiid. A 26-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Dunn against Wall. Markkanen dishes to Dunn. Outside Butler. Six to shoot. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That'll be foul number 5 on him. And due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
the free throw drops for Butler.
After having no trips to the free throw line in the first period, he's being much more aggressive now.
Carter, he's checked in for Chicago. And so Butler nails both of them. Now Wall. 8 points for him. Saric outside. He kicks to Simmons. Pass to Covington.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another beforehand.
The 76ers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. He's off on the second. The Bulls leading by 4. Dunn looking over the floor. Here's Butler. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the paint. Here's Simmons. No good that time. And the Bulls going the other way now. Outside Holiday. Dunn outside. Shot clock at 6. Backs it out to Markkanen. From 18 feet away. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. From the paint. And it goes down 2 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Carter outside. Now the pass to Butler. Some solid defense from Saric.
That's just 2 tough competitors meeting right at the rim. Someone, in my opinion, had to lose.
Here's Covington. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Chicago's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And Holiday kicks to Markkanen. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Wall. To the middle. Covington finds Wall. Covington trying to break free. That puts them in the lead. Wall's got 10 points in the game.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Dunn passes to Carter. Back to Dunn. The kick out to Holiday. And again, Chicago. No good. Coach is liking what he's seeing from his offense.
And guys, they put the defense on the defensive.
Wall, that's good.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Bulls trail by 4. Dunn outside. They could use a bucket, and he hits the jumper for 2. 9 points in the game so far.
Especially dangerous off the bounce. Chris Dunn can shift gears in an instant.
Saric against Carter. Poke loose. Clock at 6. And here's Wall outside. They grab their own miss. It doesn't go for him. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Holiday dishes to Markkanen. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Simmons against Butler. Rebounded by Covington.
Obviously, this has been a tough quarter for him, but he's still trying to keep a positive mindset.
And they pick up 2.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Butler with the ball. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. 76ers lead by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I'm supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. Ben Simmons putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 19 points, 2 steals, and 3 assists. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
I was super impressed with their shot selection. I think that was part of the strategy coming in. They wanted to be patient with the basketball, move it around, and get high percentage looks. Obviously, that's going to be big.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, they could be ahead in this game if they were taking care of the boards. More possession means more scoring opportunities. A few rebounds either way could decide the outcome of the game. Ultimately, this game will come down to who wants it more.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Ben Simmons in this game, he's been everywhere.
I'll tell you, the scoring he gave them in the first half really made the difference.
Credit his teammates recognizing the hot hand.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Simmons and Saric are the forward pair. All out there with Robert Covington, and it's Embiid in at the center. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That'll be his second foul of the game. Simmons finds Wall. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. No good on the free throw. Good on the second free throw. And Chicago has possession. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit going into town. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Markkanen against Saric. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul. To the inside. Holiday. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
The height to see over the defense and the unselfishness. Terrific pass by Markkanen.
And Justin Holiday, a long-arm defender, Smitty, and the brother of All-Star Jrue Holiday.
Kevin had his first consistent playing time with the Warriors title team in 2015. A 3-and-D player, still developing offensively.
And if you're just joining us, we Clado for a minute here in the third. Dunn passes to Markkanen. To the wing on the left. 5 to shoot. Here's Holiday. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Šarić. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, since the rise of the Warriors, we've seen a fair amount of soul-searching by the league's other contenders. There is incredible pressure to shake things up. Now, sometimes it can elevate a team, but we have often seen it also can tear a team apart.
It can be fragile for sure. David, thank you so much. Free throw drops for Covington. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Butler. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Embiid.
Great use of the pump fake from Jimmy Butler. Really getting the defense to jump in the air.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Two shots.
That free throw good from Butler. And so Butler nails both of them. The 76ers leading by 4. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. And where have the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and 3-point shot attempts so far for the Bulls.
And clearly this is a squad that makes its living in the paint. Very few teams are as determined to get the ball inside as much as they are. They aren't going to settle for jump shots. They're going to continue to pound it down low.
Now here's Butler. 18 points for him. Over Simmons. Butler, no good. And here's Šarić. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. 4-point game to the middle. And Wall with the slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. And that was an unleashed chaos moment. Indeed, what a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Butler. Following the basket by John Wall. Shot clock at 6. And Holiday kicks to Butler. Over Simmons. It's Butler that time on the assist by Holiday. 20 points for Jimmy Butler.
Nice job by Butler. Really worked on the catch-and-shoot jump shots, getting it off a little bit quicker.
Here's Šarić. Carter pulls it in. The Bulls trail by 4. Pass to Butler. That one goes. Count it. Butler's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Now here's Wall. 15 points in the game. Shot from the top of the key. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Wall's got 17 now.
A solid beginning to this second half offensively. 3 for 4 from the floor.
Markkanen against Šarić. Carter the pass to Holiday. outside. Count the basket. 11 points in the game.
Love that little floater by Chris Dunn. He's trying to make it away.
Outside, Wall. Saric outside. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 6th in steals, 19th in free throw shooting, and he's right up there in the top 20 in scoring. Certainly a force to be reckoned with offensively.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Now here is Holiday. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
He takes pride in how he crashes the glass. No one is getting in his way when he's in that area.
So what an incredible effort from Simmons, using his length so well when he's hitting the boards.
Dunn kicks to Butler. And it's blocked by Simmons. Wall's shot is off.
Ooh, you know that's one he liked to have back. Point blank range, and he missed it.
That's tipped, and so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Philadelphia 76ers. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Houston Rockets. And then on Sunday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
The wheels have come off a little bit leading up to this timeout. He has taken some low percentage shots, and it's killing the flow of their offense. More motion, more ball movement, that should lead to better looks for him and for the entire team.
Now, here's Dunn. 11 points in the game. Over the wall. Dunn misses.
This is a problem for him. Inconsistent from the mid-range.
The shot by Saric, no good. Bulls trail by 4. Now, here's Valentine. Kicks it to Dunn. To the wing right side. Here's Hutchison. And the Bulls with another miss. Philadelphia leading by 4. 76ers moving the ball around. Right side, Simmons. Dishes to Embiid. And he drops it in from the low post. Embiid's got 10.
He can be masterful in there, especially when there's no rim protection.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Outside Portis. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Got a piece of it. And here's Wall. He's got 17. They get the rebound. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. 76ers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far. And he knocks down the first one. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Mike Muscala is checked in for Embiid. Chandler comes in for Saric. Smith checked in for Ben Simmons. And it's T.J. McConnell in for John Wall. And both free throws good for Covington.
Well, he's come through for them at the line today, and you love having a big fella who's so capable on his free throws.
Dunn outside. Over to the wing. Here's Hutchison. Over Chandler. Another miss, and they desperately need a bucket.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Count it.
Great eye contact. Guys working in tandem in the paint.
Bulls trail by 10. To the right side. Dunn passes to Carter. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And guys, Chris Dunn has outstanding physical tools. Long arms, athletic, great upside at the defensive end.
Shooting two.
And the first one drops. And Dunn has the size to guard either backcourt spot.
I agree. A good rebounder for a guard. Gets a lot of steals. He plays with a high energy level.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid, he's checked in for Muscala. Johnson comes in for Wilson Chandler. Simmons checked in for Robert Covington. And John Wall subbed in for Smith. And so he makes both from the line.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
And Wall kicks to Simmons. Feeds to Johnson. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Johnson's got the lead up to 10 now for the 76ers. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And they're picking up a lot of fouls already in the penalty. Not a good sign. They need to focus on moving their feet and maintaining a good defensive position.
Bulls making a switch here. Let's check out the NBA blocks leaders. Fifth, Joel Embiid.
There aren't going to be many nights when you don't see him affect the game with his shot blocking ability.
Johnson against Portis. Lopez kicks to Butler. Wants in the pass to Lopez. Here's Valentine. Just 4 to shoot. Over Simmons. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. The 76ers leading by 8. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense from Butler. And for the Bulls, they're shooting from the field. 44%, not bad. Valentine off with the layup. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. And here's Wall outside. Basket number 8 for him on 13 tries. That's 62% so far.
And that evened things out. He had a 3 early in the first half. Now gets 1 in the second.
Lawson outside. The feed now to Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Jimmy's thirsty tonight. You can tell he wants the ball every time down the floor.
And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And the first one at the line is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Bulls trail by 11. Watson finds Lopez. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Amir Johnson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Some changes for Philadelphia. Muscala, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Chandler comes in for Ben Simmons. And Smith subbed in for John Wall. Smith. On defense, the 76ers. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. 6 to shoot. Back to Lawson. Puts up a 3. He can't get that one to fall. Now the 76ers take it the other way.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
McConnell kicks to Muscala. But they'll get another chance. Now here's McConnell. Lawson defending. Second chance shot. Out to Chandler. From the arc. Chicago grabs the miss. .135 left here in the third quarter. Butler from outside. And the call will be against Robin Lopez. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line. The 76ers leading by 11. Chandler kicks to Muscala. He dishes it to Johnson. The 76ers again can't hit it. Chicago's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Upside Lawson. Passes it to Butler. Over Chandler. Shot's good from Butler. Butler's got it back down to within single digits for the Bulls.
His marksmanship this quarter has been unbelievable, yet they still trail in this game.
McConnell passes to Muscala. That's tipped and stolen by Lawson. In transition, here come the Bulls. Lawson's got the ball. They get it back. Tries again. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And the instincts of Lopez on the glass right there. Huge.
One shot.
That free throw good from Lopez. And Robin Lopez, one of those dirty work type of big men, rebounding, defending, a lot of grit, setting screens. He does it all.
Yeah, unselfish. He does know his role. It just makes things easier for his teammates. Has his quirks, but has proven to be a great teammate.
Shot's good by Butler.
When Butler's not challenging at the rim, this is the next best thing. Does a lot of his damage from the mid-range.
Chandler against Butler. Chandler outside. Pass to McConnell. From deep three-point range. Off target. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. 76ers on top, up by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So for Chicago right now, they've got Portis, also Valentine out there, Robin Lopez out there with Lawson, and it's Hutchinson in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Lawson after the Sixers pick up 2. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That's his first foul. Here's Hutchison. He kicks it to Lopez. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mike Muscala. That's foul number 2 for him. Now Lopez. Valentine with it. 6 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. Right block shot. Count it. And the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Lopez.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
Chandler outside. Knocked away. Break. Here comes Chicago. Here's Portis, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That was physical D, but Bobby Portis is so strong, he finished through contact.
McConnell scanning the floor. Smith left side. Now here's McConnell. Johnson, good. And McConnell gets the assist. 10 points for Johnson.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Here's Lawson. No good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They've led by as many as 11 points. Portis against Smith. Hutchison with the rebound. Bulls trail by 4. There's the pass to Valentine. And he makes that one.
On the attack, he has that ability, trying to close this one out.
Yeah, and the rim protection, not there. You expect someone to at least come over and contest.
Now here is Smith, and the call will be against Ty Lawson. That's foul number 2 for him. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Now here's McConnell, defended by Portis. McConnell finds Johnson. 4 on the shot clock. 3-pointer.
Heart, guts, and commitment. Bobby Portis with terrific defense on that play.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Here's Hutchison. Pass to Lawson. Knocks it loose. Valentine dishes to Lawson. Over McConnell. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And now a 6-point 76ers lead.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now here is Lawson. He's guarded closely. Outside Portis. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
You don't go into a game thinking Bobby Portis will carry you offensively, but that's what he's trying to do tonight.
Now here is Smith. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
And as a team, they're hovering around the high 80s from the free throw line. They've gotten better as the game has gone along, which is exactly what you want to see.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Saric is checked in for Johnson. Simmons comes in for Wilson Chandler. Robert Covington's checked in for Smith. And John Wall subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Now here's Covington. The 76ers again can't hit it.
Coming down the stretch here, holding the lead. You like him to be more efficient offensively.
And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
It's amazing. No one can check him right now, but there's still work to do to cut into this lead.
Embiid, he's checked in for Muscala. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They've led by as many as 11 points. It's Covington on the wing. And that comes off the assist by John Wall.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Carter outside. Outside Holiday. Carter with it. Now defended by Embiid. Just 5 on the clock. Carter, the pass to Butler. Over Simmons. And that one hits back iron. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Saric. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
And that one falls from Saric. Saric nails them both.
And that puts him right around 90 from the free throw line. Really good work here in the second half.
Ball against Dunn. Outside Holiday. Dish now to Butler. It's tipped. Saric against Markkanen.
Wall has hurt him in every way possible tonight. He's got firepower that really only a few guys in our league possess.
And here is Dunn. Passes to Holiday. Back to Dunn. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again. Here's Saric. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Bulls trail by 9. Outside Holiday. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. NBA awards are voted on by broadcasters and writers around the NBA. Do you think that's the best way, Steve, to pick an MVP?
Well, I really think some kind of way you got to have players more involved, being able to come out and be able to pick the MVP, because these are the players that are going up against these guys. I also would love to see where we have more of the defensive player of the year during the offseason, the rookie of the year in the offseason. Obviously giving out more of those awards for the playoffs as well.
And you got to, of course, be aware of it becoming a popularity contest, too.
Yes, totally.
Two shots.
Free throw, good. Holiday. Justin Holiday, the older brother of Drew Holiday, stints in the G League and abroad, but Greg, he has solidified himself as an NBA player.
Yeah, standing at 6'7" with that 7-foot wingspan. Every team in the league wants long, versatile wings with shooting, and this young man fits the bill.
Both free throws good from Holiday. Here's Simmons. Kicks it to Covington. High post, Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Run against Wall. Back to Embiid. Over Carter. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist from Wall. Wall's got his third assist on the night.
Not sure who designed that play, but he makes it count.
Chicago calls timeout. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
Yeah, because he's been killing them all night. They are struggling to find an answer.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Ben Simmons.
And as you'd expect, he's done most of his damage in that low block. I mean, that was the game plan, to get it to him in the paint and just let him go to work. And boy, has the big fella delivered. He has just killed them down low.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Fred Hoiberg was talking to his team during the timeout. With them getting outshot from the perimeter, he told them, we have got to defend the three-point line. Those threes are destroying us. We'll see if they can tighten it up, Kevin.
Thanks, David.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
To the inside, Embiid with the steal. Saric finds Simmons. Outside, Wall. Got a piece of it, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn. 76ers ball. Pass to Simmons. 4 on the clock. 4-3, Covington. The offensive rebound. Saric. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's his third personal foul. Third team foul. Saric. Taking 2 shots. And that one falls from Saric. And so he hits both.
And you really have to like what they're doing at the line in this half. Free throw percentage now up around 92%.
Dunn kicks to Carter. The shot by Butler, nobody around. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. And so it's Wall. He brings it up for the 76ers. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Clearly a foul.
Shooting Philadelphia, John Wall. 2 shots.
2.
And that one falls for John Wall. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Bulls trail by 12. Done outside. Back to Butler. He kicks it to Holiday. Outside Butler. Shot clock at 3. Shoots over Covington. Butler, no good.
Look, that's in his range, but he had a defender right up in his chest.
Wall against Dunn. Simmons on the wing. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
Markkanen kicks to Carter. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Holiday looking over the floor. Tipped away. Here's the floater. He lays it in.
The beauty of the teardrop. Very difficult to really contest.
The 76ers leading by 12. And there's the pass to Wall. And Simmons slams it in.
And Simmons loves jamming it through, relentless in his attack of the cup.
Dunn kicks to Butler. And stolen by Simmons. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, well, I mean, once he gets the ball, it's just off to the races.
And you have to like the punctuation at the end of it. Great individual play.
One shot.
Bulls trail by 17. Holiday, the pass to Markkanen. Kicks to Dunn. Butler on the wing. Guarded by Simmons. Clock at 6. Takes the 13-footer. Butler, no good. The 76ers leading by 17. Wall dishes to Šarić. Poked away. Outside Butler. Pass to Carter. Markkanen kicks to Butler. Carter outside. Passes it to Markkanen. 6 on the shot clock. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the 76ers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Ben Simmons.
You know what stood out to me was the anticipation defensively. He sensed what the offense wanted to run, then found ways to disrupt that and cause turnovers.
Here's Butler after Ben Simmons' bucket, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Wall. 44 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 2 on the clock. The shot by Holiday, no good.
You don't want your best shooter heaving up that shot.
No, not at all. Coach is not going to like that one.
And Simmons kicks to Wall. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. And that's it for him. He's fouled out. Not only that, we're in the bonus, and we'll have to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
That's good from Wall. He hits both from the stripe. 23 seconds left in the fourth. Wall against Lawson. With some arc, he lays it in.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now Wall. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line.
Situation. At the line for the 76ers, John Wall. At the line for 2.
2.
And that one falls for Wall. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks. With John Wall. John, it sure looks like the chemistry is coming together. What is the bond like with your teammates?
We enjoy playing with each other. We have great chemistry. We all work hard, and we know how much we mean to each other, how much we work every day, and we just try to keep getting better each game.
Well, the work is paying off, John. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you next time.